The founder of Mayan Collective, helping a great cause in Guatemala.
In United States, we're so blessed that we have so much that we can just throw away.
I saw what you're trying to do for children. Like, you have a golden heart, and I know that you are giving so much back to other people.
I just feel like in a business, you need to give back. We have a Taylor Swift candle.
Well, good afternoon, SLAE family. I am really looking forward to today because there's nothing better than an inspiring female entrepreneur, and that is who we have today. So we're really blessed today that we are being joined by Karla Wanger, who is tuning in from the Santa Barbara, California area. So thank you so much for being here, Karla.
Thank you so much, Leanne, for inviting me. It's such an honor. I'm so excited for today. So yeah, thank you so much.
I am so excited. So Karla is the founder of Mayan Collective. I can talk today. She is the founder of the Mayan Collective, and it's an incredible company that is helping a great cause in Guatemala. So rather than me share it, I thought maybe you could tell them a little bit about your company and what you do.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And let me share a little bit about my company and everything behind the scenes of stuff that where everything comes from in my business. So I am originally from Guatemala. I came here when I was 19, and my desire to come in this country was just to work hard and to do some type of change. And throughout the years being here, I ended up working in the medical field, wanting to become a nurse and trying to help some other people. And while I was going to nursing school and working at the hospital, I learned a lot of chemicals. They were like so bad for candles. But at that time, I was not even burning candles. I was just like, too bad for people that were burning candles. They don't know all this. People ended up with COPD and some other health problems that they didn't even know where we're coming from. It was not from smoking. So at that time, when my husband and I met, and he's a nurse, we met at the hospital. And one day I took him to Guatemala and I told him, let's go visit some rural areas in Guatemala just to see how a third world country looks like. And every time I go back to Guatemala, it's kind of like inspires me to be a better person. Why? Because in Guatemala, people live with the very minimum, like everyday things. And that day when we went together for the first time, it kind of opened up our eyes, and we were like, we should help these kids because there are a lot of kids, they were like, they don't have shoes, they don't have clothes, and it's freezing. And here in United States, we're so blessed that we have so much that we can just throw away, and so much. So that day, we just thought, let's do something. But we didn't want to do like a GoFundMe or like a one-time thing. We wanted to do like a regular thing so we can help at least one community, even 5 kids, whatever. So in that time, we were just thinking, what can we do? How can we raise money? So we just thought about, why don't we just create candles? And you know what? Let's figure out a way to make a candle that is clean, that people can still enjoy it. It's just aesthetics and it's just cozy. And it took us a while to figure out to make a clean candle that would not have bad chemicals, and people can enjoy it. They smell good, they burn okay. And we sign up for like something kind of challenging. But we started the business with $500, and we were like, well, we're gonna try. And it took us a lot of like testing and a lot of effort, and we just came up with a good candle, and we have evolved since then. And now we have a one store, and we're gonna open another one. We have a candle bar. We ship online everywhere. Our business has grown a lot, and we donate part of our proceeds to kids in Guatemala. So that's the main important part. So we've done things every year. We have videos where we share all the things that we bring to the kids. So if there's a community that they need, like for example, mattresses, we just go, have people in Guatemala doing it for you. So that is kind of like in a summary what we've been doing for a while, and we just love doing this.
It's really incredible because I'm going to share in a minute how I found out about you and your company, but I was so inspired. So I went and bought something right away. I'm burning one. As a matter of fact, right now, it smells amazing. It smells so good. My office is like heaven right now. But I also think that your journey as an entrepreneur is so phenomenal. And we do have a lot of entrepreneurs that tune into this. So I wanted to take a minute and share this. First, you came up with this idea and you're helping children. But then the way I found you, crazy enough, is late at night. My guilty pleasure is I watch YouTube and I like to it is. And I sometimes like to watch makeup artists on YouTube. So there's a very famous makeup artist who is a founder of her own cosmetic company and has tons of experience named Marlene Estelle. And I've been watching her forever. And this video popped up that you and she were doing a collaboration and it was to help somebody. So what I would request of you, Karla, if you don't mind, first, I want to have you share what it does, because I specifically picked candles that would help that cause. But then, if you don't mind, I want the story of how you connected with her, because I think that's going to really help people a lot who are in the entrepreneurial space. So first, tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about your
So
cause, if you would, and what you and Marlene are doing together.
So I have learned it because I'm in the both sides. I'm like I have a store, so people come and pitch to me, and sometimes I make candles, so I have to go pitch to other people. But I have learned that a genuine relationship with people is when you kind of like you need to connect with people's heart,
Yeah.
to do something, a partnership. So um I love Marlena. What been watching her since 2012, I believe, and like she's so honest, and my heart connected with her. And she has health problems, and she's very open about all of this. And of course, makeup. We connected with makeup. So one day I saw her burning candle, just like you are right now. Like I saw the candle in the background, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has so many health issues, especially with hormones that she has talked on her videos. And I know candles are number one in endocrine disruptors, so it affects your hormones really badly. So I wrote her a letter, and when I got one of her packages, I wrote her a letter. I'm like, if it goes to her, I hope it goes to her. If no, well, whatever. But what am I gonna do? I didn't want to ask her her address, because when you reach out to influencers, they ignore your messages. So I'm like, I'm just gonna just do it. I'm gonna put my heart there. I wrote a letter. I didn't even type it or email it. I just like my handwriting, because I feel like there's more connection that way.
Yes,
So
it's much
I
more
sent her a
personal.
letter, right, more personal. And so I wrote her, I told her, hey, Marlena, I'm Karla. I'm from Guatemala. And I explained to her what I was doing with my candles, but I especially wanted her to try my candles because I know she has health problems. That was my intention. Like, I really like her. And one day maybe I'll meet her, like whatever. And I bought all her makeup. Like all her makeup is still her brand. So she didn't message me right away or anything, but later on she reached out to me and she said, thank you so much for the candles. They smell amazing. And it is funny because I sent her that scent that you're burning right now. And she said, I love this so much. Thank you. And we just leave it like that. And then I just continue watching her stuff just like usual, leaving comments. And I think her team kind of like look into my website or my Instagram and, like the comments I left. And then she reached out to me and she told me, I really like what you're doing, that you're very like transparent and honest with people. And I would like to see if we can collaborate. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Like somebody pitched me, like my husband was like, I told my husband, I'm like, you would not believe this. And my husband was like, oh, okay, well, that's nice. I'm like, no, 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 no. Just think about the person that you follow on YouTube and they will reach out to you to say, hey, Spencer, can you sing a song for us? Are you, that. And didn't get it because he doesn't know. And then I told my friends and they were like, oh my gosh, really? That's crazy, So for me, it was like a huge thing. And, get to talk to her and, do everything so transparent, legal stuff, and I think I just, that was great. So I
And
would say
Carla,
if
if
you
you don't
do,
mind, I hope
uh-huh.
you don't mind. But when we were talking earlier, one of the things that you were saying, and I hope you don't mind sharing this, but a common a common thought or limiting belief of people who are starting a business is they don't feel like they're good enough or established enough, et cetera. And you had confessed that, you were really nervous about trying to
Right.
her. And I think that's so important that you took the guts to do it. And now this collaboration's going on.
Yeah, something that I have learned a lot is like, if you're really passionate about, like, for example, a business, somebody, don't feel afraid. Like, don't feel afraid to go reach out. What's the worst case scenario? Is they're gonna just like, yeah, but at least you try, you put your heart, but be honest about it. Like we were talking earlier, some people just say, hey, I'm Karla, do you want to buy from me? They will never going to like participate or anything, do anything, or give you a shout out. But when you put your heart and you actually, they will. But just try, and I think you will. And this, I will say, this is my third time doing it, and it's have pay off.
So I'm sure you completely lost your mind when you finally got to talk to her. That's very exciting. And then you two collaborated to help somebody. Would you share that story, please?
Yeah. I'm sorry. So Marlena told me that she had I think it's one of her stuff. Um she lost her house in a fire. It was a really bad fire. And she said she wanted to raise funds for her, but she didn't want to take any penny out of that money. And she wanted to help her to get her back on her feet. So we did that, and then she picked some candles and scents and labels and stuff. And she said that her idea was to support more women, so to support us, our cause, and support Kelly, that she lost her her lost her house, so, and everything, her two cats died on the fire. It was just so sad. And we FaceTime, and I met Kelly, and I was like, look, this is gonna like put my heart on something, because when I was making the candles, I was thinking this is gonna help to Kelly, because I already have my cause. But when you have something, a cause behind, I think people love that so much, because you're not like me, you're like,
Yes.
to give back. So yeah, we picked 3 candles, and that's what we've been selling right now.
It's incredible because you did that, there's all these people finding out about you. I would not have been blessed enough to know about you or your
Yeah.
company or the children you're trying to help in Guatemala or any of that if you hadn't been
Mm-hmm.
generous enough to do that. And so there's one burning over my shoulder, and I wanted to show everybody it's really cool when you get them. They're beautifully packaged. They're super protected because I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, so they had to get here, and they come in
Yeah.
a super protected box. And even will like free samples. I love samples. Doesn't everybody love free samples?
Yeah.
But they smell so wonderful. And then when I went to your site and I saw what you're trying to do for children, like you have a golden heart. And I know that you are
Oh.
giving so much back to other people. It's really inspiring. And your courage to get out of your comfort zone and go approach somebody famous. That's funny because I felt like that approaching you now. It's like, I wonder if she'll talk. Who's this weird person inviting me?
I just feel like in a business, you need to give back. The reason is like people have feelings, so you need to have that. So, for example, besides doing this collaboration with Marlena, or like doing my own cause, I do certain things throughout the year to give back. So our business, that's when it's so important to have values on your business. One of our values is to give back. And we even have, like a verse from the Bible that says it's better to give than receive. So, for example, for May is Nurses Week. So that week, well, because my husband is a nurse, I was going to nursing school. So that week we give car diffusers for free, so nurses can come back and pick them up. Because we want to be grateful for the people that do a lot. So, for example, in October September we start sending little candles for free for all the women that have lost babies.
Oh,
And they burn it on October 15th. That day is like the child loss awareness day, so we send them out for free. So people have to pay shipping, but we send them out for free, and people just like get them, they burn them. So we want women to have that, little something. So we do a couple things throughout the year to help other people in certain way.
yeah.
So
And one of the things I want to share, if anybody out there is a candle burner, right, that yours are really competitively priced. I mean, if you look at companies like Yankee Candle and the other ones, it's not like you're more expensive, but you're using something that's so distinct. So would you tell people, a lot of people burn candles in their home, especially when the pandemic happened? So many people work remotely. What is
Right.
the difference between a candle that maybe is soy-based versus one of the big commercial brands?
So one of the things people don't know about candles is that candles are they are like container full of chemicals that you're burning, like bad chemical, like conventional candles. So we have conventional candles and we have like handcrafted candles. The conventional candles are mass produced and basically they're not made in the United States. So that's all the information. Like we have dig very hard with my husband, all of this. So they're made overseas and they're not regulation in the United States and
Mm,
what you put on your candles, and there are no regulations over there as well. So that's why when you go buy a candle, for example, a big chain company, they're like $12 and it's a big candle, or a discounted place, they're like huge and they're cheap, and you're like, oh, I'm getting one, but you don't know, you're basically just breathing in a lot of things that are not good for you. So for example, one of the things people don't know, we ask in our classes at our store, is like what kind of wax conventional candles are made of, and people don't know, and that's paraffin. And people and then we ask them where paraffin comes from, and they don't know where paraffin comes from. Paraffin comes from petroleum. So have you seen a candle that burns black and it says
yes.
yes? Okay, so now think about the exhaust of your car. It is black, right? Would you put your face in there? You would not put your face in there, because definitely you would not do that. But you're doing the same thing when you burn a candle and it's burning black and the wall gets black. You're burning all of that.
Mm,
So it goes in your lungs. You don't know. We have customer that told us that they have burned paraffin candles and they get soot on their noses because they left the candle close by and fell asleep. So that is one thing. It causes a lot of health issues, like for example, asthma, allergies, and your pets and cats, like all of those
mm,
animals and kids really bad. And that's one thing. But then we have another chemical that is called phthalate. Phthalate, it's a chemical that it is on candles and everything that is scented. It helps for the scent to stay longer in the environment. So for example, you put a little lotion and you smell good all day long. So it will help to stay the scent in there. Um, and then, and for example, lotion, you can put 2% in that, in the entire bottle, 2%. In a candle, it can be up to 15%. So you say, "Oh, this candle smells so good. It stays in the environment, but it has that chemical." The problem with phthalates is that it is an endocrine disruptor and it can cause cancer. So people don't know that. How do you know that you are sensitive to that? You get headaches, you get nauseated, you get dizzy. So when you go to those companies, they have a lot of candles in there and you get sick of it. It's because you're sensitive, very sensitive to it. Some other people, they're not sensitive, they're used to it, so they don't get it. So those are two out of many things that are in conventional candles that are bad for you. So our candles are made of soy wax, 100%, and they're phthalate free. So you really pay attention to that.
excellent. Well, I will tell you,
So,
they smell amazing. And I did have that experience once. Somebody gave me a candle and it gave me a headache, and I never really thought about it. I just gave it away. I was like, I don't like this candle. I thought it was the scent I didn't care for or something, but yours are incredible.
mm.
And now you do have a Valentine's launch in addition to the other things that you're doing right now. And you were telling me a little sneak peek. One of them sounded so good. I'm going to have to order it. You want to tell everybody what you have coming out for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, so we usually do like a couple like lunches around throughout the year. We do candles, but we do other stuff like such as room sprays if people don't burn candles. So we have car diffusers, reed diffusers. So right now we have Valentine's Day. We just launched them like last Friday, and so we have one that is called champagne, strawberry champagne. So we try to do kind of like the clean version on some other scents that people really like. So that one has a little bit of inspiration for with a big company had done this champagne and strawberry. So we kind of did our own. And that one is in a concrete vessel. And the concrete vessel, local company makes them for us. So we partnered up with them. So we both come with those concrete vessels. And so yeah, we have a masculine scent. It's so good with a nice vessel. And we also have one is called it is called, we call it Sweetheart. So it's got a little amber scent. It's really good. I love it very much. And we have a Taylor Swift candle. It's called Love Story. So
So
all the people that love Taylor Swift, they love that one.
yes, the one I'm
So
ordering
yeah.
is called Visionary, and that is, wow, that smells so good. But I've got to get that strawberries and champagne. So we're nice enough to offer a discount code for everyone with SLAE. And by the way, so you're clear, she's just being really sweet and she's amazing. And I don't make any money. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but I was just telling her how great her things were, and she was sweet enough to offer that. So can you give that code out, please?
Yeah, so it's gonna be SLAE 15. So is it, how do you say it? Slay,
SLAE,
slay
yep, SLAE, SLAE 15.
15. So that's gonna give you 15% off. We usually don't give discounts because, as you know, I was telling Leanne that we as of right now, we have never taken any penny out of our business because for our family, because we want to grow the business. So our goal is to build a school in Guatemala in a community. So we need to make it grow to the point that we can just start like getting that money out. Then we're gonna, like get a certain small percentage for us, because I haven't paid myself through since the minute I started the business.
Yeah.
And it is just my reward is just to see those kids. We have videos of the kids in Guatemala and getting their toys and shoes and stuff. So yeah, so that's why we don't give discounts. So that's our the discount. If you want to try, we're gonna put you some samples in there, and we have little room sprays as well. And
Bless your
yeah.
heart. I'm hoping that since you have the discount, more people will try it because I want to get the word out about your company. And for you to do all of this and not even be personally compensated. I mean, you're just working to feed and clothe and help children is astonishing. I mean, you're just such a great soul. So if you
No, thank you.
really, if you would, before we wrap up, give out any social media website or anything where people can find you and follow you. And, if they want to order some candles from you, that would be great.
So our business is called the Mayan Collective, and we are in our social media is the Mayan Collective all together. And our website is also the mayancollective.com, and you can reach out to there. We have a little community there, and it is really cool that we talk about, not just fragrances and candles, but some other things that we have in our house that are not good for you. But I just wanted to tell you, if you're thinking about starting a business, just do it. You're always gonna feel fear, but just do it anyway, because then you're gonna regret not doing it. And then you're gonna be like, oh, I should have done it. Just do it.
Excellent. I love it. And be courageous and go to talk to people who may be intimidated.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, Karla, this is great. And everyone, it was very nice of her to offer that. So if you want to get some candles for yourself or for Valentine's Day, you've got a mom, sister, friend, or someone else who would enjoy them. I assume that we can order and ship them elsewhere too, correct?
Yes, we ship them all United States, even Hawaii.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us. And I am so impressed and so inspired by you. And I can't wait till it gets bigger and bigger and you can actually start to pay yourself
Yeah.
just to take care of the children. But thanks for being on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And we will see everyone next week. Take care and check out her website, themayancollective.com. Take care, everybody.